harder, better, faster, stronger.
All right, good morning. Dave Lambert here. I've got a pretty cool bunch of women behind me here. This is the start of a group within a group. All these ladies are important members of Oxygen and they're called BossWomen. Say good day, girls. G'day. All right, they've taken on a challenge with me to try something a bit out of the box today, and I've taken them to the gate. This is Hell's Gate, and we're about to walk Hell Hill. I'll get back to you shortly. Alright, we're here at Saddleback Mountain Lookout with a new group that we're calling BossWomen. And here's the view they've got to look out over while we do a bit of stretching, mobility and yoga this morning. Not bad, eh? Hey guys, Dave Lambert, sitting in the sun here in my favourite spot. I show this a lot, but how couldn't I? I'm telling you, Saddleback Mountain is one of, if not the most beautiful spot in Kiama. It is a beautiful sunrise here this morning. Again, I was here yesterday and it was wild. It was really windy, but it was probably a better sunrise. And I've just done a session with a brilliant bunch of women. We started something really cool today, and it's open to anyone. It's open to people of Kiama, but specifically who I brought up here this morning were what we've now coined a bunch of 9 boss women. And I surprised these ladies. I told them about a week ago. We teed this up and it's been a big few months for everybody. And Oxygen is a small business that requires the support of a lot of people. And these 9 women, these boss women, are ladies that we just figured out we're really good at helping. And they're all really successful, important women, and they're managerial mamas. They're ladies of leadership. and these boss women just trusted me this morning. And what we would normally do on a Friday is we meet at the gym, and we have a structure at Oxygen where we have different programs based on different people's abilities, Monday to Thursday, and we structure their week of training and their programming. But on a Friday, we do something called Freestyle Friday, and that's a chance where people can catch up a program session that they may have missed that week, so we can lead them through that. Or it's a chance to freestyle, and people get to come in and pretty much do whatever they want that day. And I think our clients really enjoy that. Some days they might want to come in and just concentrate on a particular lift. Other days they might want to just mix it up and try some other things that they haven't done through the week. But the girls just trusted me that this Friday we were going to meet at the gym, and we met at 6, and I promised them that it involved coffee, so that was an easy sell. And we went up to the Brooding Italian, great little cafe up the end of Manning Street. Get out and support small business, people. Small business everywhere needs you. Great little cafe, Brooding Italian. We all just met there, and we spoke as a group. I say we, I do all the talking, and I bloody should let them talk a bit more sometimes, but I did. They're a great bunch of women, and we treated them to a coffee and a bit of a chat, and I told them that we would be out of there, I think I said 6:20, 6:25 or something. So it gave us about 10 or 15 minutes to just sit, socialise, chat, and these women, we've just got some great successful women. Like I said, we've got, starting off with Leanne Williams, who runs the very successful East Beach Caravan Park, but it's way more than a caravan park. If you've never been to East Beach, it's a beautiful part of Kiama. For people that don't live in Kiama, you can spend a weekend and get down and support tourism and again small business by coming to our beautiful town. You could stay at East Beach. East Beach, when it's at capacity, it's bigger than the population of Gerringong. I find that amazing. So I'm sure Leanne can confirm this, but over 3,000 people when they're in peak season, just at that one beautiful spot. They've got their own beach. They've got a great water park there. And Leanne's been a client of Oxygen for, I think she said today, nearly 9 years, and it would be around that. I mean, Oxygen's only 10.5 years old, so the Williams family have been great supporters of Oxygen all of that time. Their entire family has trained at Oxygen. Their husband, Jamie, who is a 20-year veteran of Ironman training and just a top bloke and funny dude. Jamie also runs a great health service in Kiama. He's an excellent massage therapist that I completely recommend. And he also has an extra side to his business, which is flotation, which is kind of a new buzz thing that there's a couple of flotation places in Kiama. And I believe Craig at Coastal Float has an excellent flotation business there as well. But again, just get out and support small business in Kiama. Thanks to Leanne for her support over many, many years, but between her and Jamie, they've both won chin-up awards at Oxygen many times over the years. They're great. Nice, Leanne. Great, fit, strong people, and they're healthy role models for their 2 children who have also come to Oxygen for many years. So Jess Williams, we've enjoyed watching her grow up over the years. Like I said, it's been, I think, 9 years for Leanne. It's probably 8.5 for Jess. And she's coming along now after many years training with her mum in the mornings, which, you know, not many teenage girls would be prepared to do, but Jess did that for many years and did our boot camps and outdoor training. And both Leanne and Jess supported us when we transitioned to our facility 5 years ago. And also Jackson. So, you know, Jackson's a chip off the old block with how he resembles his old man. They look the same. They've battled over the years with their own chin-up contests. They're both pretty good at that. So Jacko's come and trained with us for years, and that's just Leanne. It's so easy to talk about their entire family because they're just a great family and great supporters of Oxygen. And that is only number 1 of our boss women. I could talk for hours about all the rest of them, but I will say a couple of words about each of them, starting with Nardia Gillamire and also Brian Gillamire. Not that Brian was here today, but you'll be hearing much more from the Gillamires. Again, great small business owners in Kiama.
Go, go, go!
That town right behind me. The Gillamires have a really cool, unique photography business, and there are many photography businesses in Kiama. Another shout out to a guy out there, Phil Winterton. He was our wedding photographer. This is a special spot for me where I'm standing because just back there in the bushes, and I probably will go for a walk over there and show you exactly where, but Jade and I had one of our beautiful wedding photos right back there at the top of Hell Hill, which has been hell in the past. As a side note, just, what was it, 7 years ago, I created a fun run from Kiama High School, which was right out the front of my house. I used to live on Saddleback Mountain Road. Sat in the sunroom one day and just thought, wow, this is a really cool, big, steep hill that people would hate running up. Let's call it a fun run.
Three, two, one.
Which we did. For 3 years, we ran Saddleback Smash, which it did gain notoriety as Australia's toughest fun run. And if it isn't, I'd love to hear from viewers, subscribers, if there is a harder run. And I'm not saying that there's not, but we coined the phrase and no one's taken it off us yet. But the Saddleback Smash was a great event. It started at Kiama High School. Like I said, convenient for me because it was right at my front door. But yeah, the first year there was about 125 competitors, and over the 3 years we did grow it to over 250 competitors, and it raised over, I I'm pretty sure we raised over $20,000 over the 3 years for Kiama Rotary Club. And as a side note, Kiama Rotary Club, the reason it was a sponsor was in the background there's 2 other lookouts here at Saddleback Mountain, and the Rotary Club helped with the builds up here. They also helped with the beautiful, I don't know that you can see them in the background there, but you should drive up to Saddleback Mountain lookout when you are in the town of Kiama and just take in the beautiful views. It is a beautiful drive up to Saddleback Mountain. But yeah, the fun run started at Kiama High School. It's 6 kilometres to the top here at the summit, and when you're 5.5 k's into the run and you can see there's a hill to go, you're nearly finished. The last 500 metres of this hill, I'm not sure of the gradient, and I should know that, but it's bloody steep, and anyone who's driven up it will tell you that, and anyone who has run or walked up it they 100 million% agree that it is bloody steep. Look, I'm enjoying being up here this morning. I'm grateful to these clients that I've talked about, Nardia and Brian Gillermeyer, who run Neg Photography. Nardia was up here this morning with us as part of BossWomen, and we drove here to the top. We got them to pair up. They got out of the cars, and we had to drive back to the bottom of Hell Hill here, super steep gradient that I was just talking about, and they had to walk up it, and every single one of us was puffing. It was a tough walk, but it's only about a 500-metre walk, and as tough as it was, they got here for sunrise, and it was beautiful. They were grateful. They were appreciative of a change of scenery for their workout on a Friday. We're still freestyling, but a new concept that everyone at Oxygen's going to get access to is called Friday Fun. And once or twice a fortnight for the rest of the year, we're going to try and go big. We want to put on all sorts of different events, and it's not always something as massive as coming and doing a walk up Hell Hill just to see sunrise. I mean, shit, it doesn't have to be that hard every week, but we've got a long list of stuff that we want to share with you guys. We're going to be doing sometimes in the morning, sometimes it might be early like this, because this time slot, 5:36, 6:30 people that get up early and get shit done have proven over the years to be the most consistent clients. So they will get preference, and if you want to join in, well, you can let us know, and we can see if there's spots for you, and we expect you to turn up. But this is just one cool event. We're going to sometimes 6 a.m, sometimes it might be 9:30 a.m, and we would like to do some Friday afternoon and potentially even Friday night sessions sometimes, once or twice a month. We're talking about outdoor sessions. Maybe it's not here, maybe it's a session at Surf Beach, maybe it's a session at Kendall's Beach, maybe it's a session at Hindmarsh Park, which, is very, very likely that it could end in coffee. Events like boxing, guys, we want to put boxing on. We're really good at boxing. We did it for 5 years or 6, 7 years. We've got almost brand new boxing gear upstairs at the gym, just ready to be used. And boxing's something that's been really popular in the past. But not just boxing. Maybe it's a Friday afternoon session of Olympic lifting with Joy Briggs. Maybe it's a Friday night session of burgers, beers, and barbells. Now, there's a long list, and I'm going to share that in a written list so that you can look at it. But it just depends on what events you guys show interest in. But having a bit of Friday fun and changing it up. We are Kiama's outdoor training specialists, and there's so many beautiful spots in Kiama that I'm trying to show the people of Kiama ways they can keep fit and active in this town. I can't wait to start my show next week with Matt Kelly, good mate of mine and client of Oxygen, and also Reese Dawson. We're going to be trying to star in our own TV show, Tactical, and it's the video diary of 3 retained firefighters who all put their lives on the line for the town of Kiama, and we're going to be doing some tactical workouts outside. It's going to be some tough stuff, and we're excited to sort of challenge ourselves, and the operation that we've got to showcase that to everybody is going to be really exciting. We've got the services of Brian Kiama, Elevate Aerial Images, and we're also getting some extra help in terms of packaging it all together for a cool little video production. So there's the Gillameyers. Like, I'm trying to mention every client and, you know, throw the odd thing in about me. But we thank the Leanne Williams and the Williams family, that Nardia and Brian Gillemeyer, great clients of Oxygen. But also up here this morning we had Faye Warner. We've mentioned Faye in different videos and discussions at the gym lately, but CEO of Waminda. Aboriginal women's health, just doing great things in that area of society, which, you know, when you turn on the news, seems to be a thing that's pretty topical. Faye's just a great client, and again, you know, we talked about Leanne being a great role model for her daughters. Faye, just as busy as that position is as the CEO, like, I know I have probably no idea, but I have some idea of the hours that Faye puts into that business and that organisation. And she gets up early, and it was absolutely no problem for Faye to go from training at 6 in the morning to the change we were sort of forced to make, which was 5:30 a.m. time slots. Yep, no worries, cool, sounds good. And she's been here every morning, and she has been using our new traffic light system, red, we still can't decide whether it's yellow, amber or orange, and then green light. Now, Faye's come in many mornings where she's been in the middle to high thresholds. She's either been the orange light or the red light. Doesn't mean she can't come in and get some successful training in that day, and she does every day. Awesome, Faye. And like I was getting at, what a great role model for her daughters, who she's both had at Oxygen. Bella doesn't live in Kiama, but she has appeared here. But Roe's been coming along for a couple of years now. And again, what teenage girls are going to get up early in the morning to go train with their mum? Well, we've got 2 of them, like Roe, Jess, awesome girls, but that's on you, Leanne and Faye. Great stuff. Who else did we have up here this morning? We had Jo Skofic. Now, little Jo, she wouldn't be higher than 3 foot tall.
Get back tight, shoulders down. Good. Nice hold.
But, you know what? She's a giant. She is the IT manager of Kiama Council. And I laugh at Jo when I think about the conversation we had early when we first met her. She's been coming around, what, I'd say 18 months or something now, Jo. When I first met Jo, I was like, oh, so you're the IT manager of council. That must be, it's pretty pressurised, high stress. She goes, nah, it's fine, Dave. I was like, what are you talking about? Well, I used to be the IT manager of the steelworks. Like, if the steelworks shut down, it's $1 million a minute or something crazy like that. So Jo's cool. She's cool. Little old Jo, she comes in and she trains. Look, shout out to Jo, and Catherine, but we'll get to Catherine in a minute. Jo and Catherine train at night. They just trusted me this morning to get up early, even though they don't like it. And they joined a great, successful bunch of women, and we all had a good morning. And they were thankful. But yeah, there's Jo. And I mean, shit, I'm talking about role models. Like, Jo's, again, been coming along consistently now. And who else comes along? Well, her daughter and her son. And they're both coming to Oxygen at the moment. You know, these clients are just amazing. They rub off on other people, and you know, who closer than their own family members. Well, who do we move on to? We mentioned Catherine Brennan.
Squeeze it, belly up, puffier and way done.
Again, she normally trains at night. Catherine came to us again, I'd say it's probably over 2 years for Catherine. She started as a PT client, and she started with Joy Briggs, and Joy was a good rookie coach to her then. But both Catherine and Joy have obviously got better and better over the last couple of years, and we have eventually encouraged Catherine to come along to group training sessions, and she's done that with what are seemingly the tough crew at night. Catherine's not scared of the Smith boys and Lynchy and those fellas. She just comes in and gets shit done. Deadlifts 150 kilos, nothing of it. Catherine, she's high up there positionally at Centrelink, and how busy has Centrelink been in the last few months? Like, I think Catherine said this morning, I'm getting too old for this shit to work up till 10:30 at nights. But she's been doing it, and she's been keeping money in the pockets of Australians who would have been fucked otherwise. Sorry to throw that out there. Awesome, Catherine. And Catherine, I'm sure she didn't enjoy walking up Hell Hill this morning, but she actually started jogging at one point. I think you were the only person who did, Catherine. There you go. Catherine, great to have you here this morning. I'm just rattling off names. I hope I remember everyone, because there was, 9 women. I don't know how many I've covered, but Michelle East, like Michelle's, little Mighty Mouse, we call Michelle, like. Michelle's HR manager at the Disability Trust. I think she said this morning there's 1,700 employees. Yet, this other little mini like Jo Skofic, who wouldn't be 3 foot tall. Michelle East, tiny little Michelle East, she manages that. Like, what a boss woman. We've just had this group of boss women this morning. Awesome group. Michelle, like, lately has come back from a leg injury, a serious leg injury. So, like, Zoomed with us from home over the last 2 months. And again, we talk about role models, but Michelle's been training through injury from home, Zooming with us, as everyone was, or not everyone, but we had a loyal group of people. And who was right beside her every morning? Michaela, her daughter. And Michaela's training back at the gym with us now. Michaela's training like the other girls, well, Faye and Rowie are together, but Leanne and Jess now train at different time slots. Michelle and Michaela train at different time slots.
Go, 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 go! Yay! Try again.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yes, go, 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 go!
Yes!
What's that for? Yay! First for love.
And she doesn't say much, Michaela, but she's friendly and she's a little bit maybe shy, but she gets in and gets shit done as well. So it rubs off on your daughters, ladies, and it's great to see. We had Diane Ellison, again, I talked about Joe, you know, the positions at councils. Like, Diane's another boss woman who's just telling the boys what to do down at council, and you know, that's probably how it should be, fellas. You know, we're alright at some stuff, but we need, you know, women in our life to organise shit. That's the idea of boss women. Yeah, Diane Ellison, she was very beautiful. Thanks for your kind words this morning, Di. I think all the ladies really this morning, like, they knew something funny was coming. They were getting outdoors. A few of them sort of guessed Saddleback, and I promised them it wasn't. And I didn't lie. You didn't have to walk Saddleback. That's a 6K walk. I did make you walk Hell Hill though. Yeah, no, look, this morning, a tough but short 500 metre walk to get up here and do some stretching against the fence here. We did some calf stretches along here, just taking in the views. It was a nice sunrise this morning. But did a few calf stretches, quad stretches, hammy stretches. We had some yoga mats all out along here, and we did a couple of rounds of sun salutations while again the girls took in the views. But it's just great. We had coffee, we had chat, we had awesome views, and you know, we did some stretching. We had a bit of a challenge with Hell Hill, but it was all really, really worth it. Who else did we have up here this morning? Have I covered everybody? I think we talked about Leanne and Nardia and Joe and Catherine and Michelle and Diane. And there's a couple of other names. That's 6. I know we had Kylie Falconer up here. And Kylie's far out. We just talk about these amazing boss women. Like, Kylie Falconer, again, with all these short women, you think there's nothing of them, but they're bloody powerhouses.
Rightio, psych yourself up. Hinge at the hips. Make sure that grips in the middle. Pull those shoulders down the back. Squeeze the armpits nice and tight. Long arms. Big breath of air. Massive breath. Hold. Yes, Kylie. Yep. And what's that for, Kylie?
PB deadlift 125.
And it was a very good looking 125 too. Good looking. Righty.
Like Di, well, Di's not that short, but we listed Joe and Michelle as these little mighty mouses, and Kylie, she's another little pocket rocket. Like, she, for fun, Kylie goes on like 6-day treks, like, and just racks up, you know, over 100 kilometers. Crazy woman, but she's bloody adventurous, and she gets out there and does it. And then she just fronts up to the bloody gym on a Monday like nothing's happened. Like, she's amazing. She's a fit little woman. She's only just sort of probably been coming along to Oxygen for just over a year now, but Kylie is a conveyancer at Carter and Ferguson, and I know because my sister is a conveyancer what sort of goes into that, and hours and great work and helpful work. But yeah, Kylie was here as well, and I think she enjoyed, you know, tackling the Hell Hill part of it. She's pretty adventurous. We also had Jess Alaban up here today. And I hope my camera's still working. Yeah, it's a bit glary up here. Couldn't really see the screen there. Just Alaban, again, like, she's a drafts person for McDonald Jones Homes. She really enjoyed coming up here this morning, and she sent me a message just before saying she was really thankful for this morning and blah blah blah, and can I get some merchandise? Wants a hoodie. Jess has been, you know, like, friends of ours. She came to our wedding. Jess doesn't realise how good she is. Sometimes, I don't reckon. Jess, if you see this video, Jess, like, you're one of the strongest all-round chicks we've ever had at Oxygen. Don't doubt yourself. You're awesome, mate. Jess Alaban's great. The Alaban family, like, Dean's a good mate of mine. Shout out there, Dean. Illawarra Plastering. If you need some plastering done, see Dino. Great morning here, guys. I could just sit here for hours some days. I'm just trying to think. There might be one more name from this morning. All a bit of a buzz, to be honest. Like, we just had a great morning this morning. I should name these women. There's 9 of them. It's hard to keep track of you all. And look, that's exciting that this is the sort of community of women that we're fostering here, and we want to attract more women like these women. So you girls, you boss women, if you've got other boss women in your life that you know could benefit from our services, please tell them about Oxygen. So we had Leanne, Nardia, Faye, Catherine, Joe, Michelle, Diane. I feel like there's names I'm missing out on, and I'm sorry that I can't think of it, guys, but thanks for the morning. Thanks for your support. Hopefully, over the next few months, we'll get out and do some more BossWomen sessions at other different locations in Kiama. There's some really exciting projects coming up, guys, and the way we're going to be able to package it to you guys with some cool video production. We're really going to show you some beautiful areas of this town, and I reckon there's a lot of people who might just enjoy that.
You're working